Well, Hindley died in 2002. Brady appeared at a mental health tribunal in 2013. He'd been on hunger strikes for 14 years. He wanted to be declared sane so he could be moved from Ashworth and end his life in jail. His appeal failed, meaning he continued to be force-fed through a tube. I speak to Joanna Hart, a journalist who met Brady 3 times. Morning.
Oh, hi, morning.
Hi.
Nick.
How did you come to meet him and what did you make of him?
Well, I was just really interested in supernatural evil and,
Supernatural evil? What's that?
I thought that there was supernatural evil behind the killings, because if you look at the murders, the Antichrist aspects of, the Bible involved, and the victims were buried face down, and Brady was very into the occult, Aleister Crowley, reading tarot, that kind of thing. So I just wanted to investigate into that with him, and that's, that was why.
Well, giving it credence?
Sorry?
Giving it credence, supernatural evil? Or finding out how that played in his mind, the belief in it, which...
Yeah, the belief in it. I mean, he gave sacrifices, as he believed, to this face of death that appeared to him, that when he first saw the Moors, he was reminded of childhood picnics and all the green flooded him. Next thing, he was seeing a vision of something in front of him, and then he believed that by giving sacrifices to this face of death, as he called it, that he would be...
He had a chance... Okay, right. Yeah, sorry, but listen, away from that, he had a chance to, I interviewed Winnie Johnson for the first time in 1989, and I'll never ever forget it. Her heart was absolutely breaking. It broke for all her life until she died in 2012. And this disgusting man did not give any information until the last, and he seemed to delight in the fact that he believed he had all the power. Now, whatever you say about Aleister Crowley and supernatural nonsense.
No, I wasn't making
I know you. I know you weren't. But let's take it to the fact that he had every chance to help Winnie, to help others. I remember interviewing John Kilbride's brother as well, and he didn't. Why not? Why did he feel he had to hold on to this power?
Well, I think we as a society, we certainly gave Brady a lot of power. I mean, in America, another serial killer that I interviewed, Kenneth Bianchi, was thrown in a tiny cell. Brady had a whale of a life up there in Park Lane, which is now Ashworth. He had all the fame, and, he really lapped up the fame. He enjoyed it. He published a book. He saw himself on the covers of books. He didn't want to help because he was enjoying his power so much. I mean, he was handed that power and he ran with it, and that was more important to him than helping the victims, families of his victims. He is more important,
Yeah. Your first point that you make is interesting insofar as trying to understand why somebody would do this. Those police officers and those people in court who heard the tapes that the two of them made of the torture of the children will never, having spoken to some of those people, they'll never forget it. I've read the transcripts, and it's just unspeakable. I suppose we all try and understand why someone would do that.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? On the tape he made of Leslie Ann Downey, he played a Christmas song as well. It's the kind of attacking all that's precious with humanity, an attack on humanity itself. His last murder was the murder of Edward Evans, which was a complete maniacal, attack. He invited a young man back and then proceeded more or less to axe him up to bits. He created a kind of a killing cult. I was trying to understand what was the impetus, what was the drive behind that to do that. What would you get out of, that kind of thing?
Well, listen, thank you very much indeed. Later on, we will be talking to a journalist who's written much on this, Brendan Pittaway. It's 6:40. You are with 5 Live Breakfast.